Okay, we're ready to go with session number 1 of the Corby Swimming Club Open Meet 2025. Please welcome to poolside your referees and their team of technical officials. Your lead referee is President of Corby Swimming Club, Howard Wilkinson. He's assisted by Annie Aitken, Steve Ward, James Wingham, and Mike Hemmings. Your starters are Chantel O'Brien and Paula Thomas. Please rise if you're able for the national anthem. Event 1 is the female 400 meters freestyle. This is Heat 1. Good morning, welcome to Corby East Midlands International Pool ahead of the annual Corby Swimming Club Open Meet 2025. This is our short course competition. 2 days of swimmers looking to improve on their short course bests. Starting off this morning with the female 400 meters freestyle. Lane 2 is Gwen Mackenzie Wilson of Wellingborough. Sean Dunlop of Wellingborough goes in lane 3. Lucy Donnelly of Corby is in 4. Elizabeth Carris for Wellingborough is in 5. And Kaylin Pryor of Corby is in lane 6. Elizabeth Carris has gone out very strong. Entry time of 6:54, but she is some 12.5 meters ahead of the rest of this heat at the moment. That's the 150 meter turn that we're just seeing. So next turn at this end will be halfway. Elizabeth Carris continuing to lead very comfortably. She's nearly 25 clear now. As she comes in to stop the clock in the next 10 meters. Remember, entry time here for Carris is a 6:54. That's going to get destroyed. Elizabeth Karras takes heat 1 of the women's 400-meter freestyle in 6:08.5. Next, this is lane 2. Gwen Mackenzie Wilson finishes in second place there. 6:25.2 for her. And there's Lucy Donnelly, 6:14.23 for the Corby swimmer. This is heat 2. Heat 2 with a female 400 free. Ren Wood at Corby's in lane 1. Emma Chamberlain at Wellingborough is in lane 2. Elsie Baldwin for Hinckley's in lane 3. Millie Day Rushton's in 4. Sophia Isle of Kettering in 5. Josie Traherne for Hinckley's in 6. Iris Somerville for Market Harbour in 7. And Cara Harrity of Melton Mowbray is in lane 8. lead on this second heat of the girls 4 and 3. Elsie Baldwin in lane 3, Millie Day in lane 4. It is Baldwin of Hinckley ever so slightly ahead on that turn. .333.7 to 334 low. Both Baldwin and Day on track for best times here. Baldwin's lifetime best previously was a 6:05. She turns in a 5:17 with 25 to go. So this will be a new PB of almost 30 seconds from Elsie Baldwin, who finishes there in 5:37.2. Millie Day stops the clock in 5:43.5. And then 3 coming in together now. Lane 7, just the best. Iris Somerville gets in the top 3. Maybe Sophia Isle pipped it to the post. 5:58.33 to 5:58.88. This is heat 3. Lane 1 is Uma Stevenson for Market Harborough. Isabel Hollyman of Wellingborough goes in lane 2. Hannah Beebe of Kettering's in 3. Harriet Jennings for Market Harborough in 4. Emma Affleck for Kettering in 5. Georgina Beebe for Kettering in 6. Cody Lowe of Corby's in 7. And Amelie Tanner of Corby is in lane 8. 400 free in the short course pool. Her long course best effort is a 5:38.9. But whatever she does here, it'll be a short course fastest 400 free. On to the last 25 metres of this 400 free. The gap closing a little bit on Cody Lowe, but she will take heat free. And it'll be a massive best time from her as well. 5:19.99 for Cody Lowe at Corby. Harriet Jennings finishes second. 5:24.7 for the Market Harbour swimmer. Hannah Beebe of Kettering finishes in third place, 5:25.8 from her. This is heat 4. Edith Carberry goes in lane 1 here for Corby. Lane 3 is Milana Misarova of Rushton. In 4, it's Nika Baharova for Corby. 5 is Alexa Parker for Corby. Aaliyah Beatson and Wellingboro's in lane 6. Georgia Parker for Corby in lane 7. And Emily Preston of Market Harbour is in lane 8. Milana Misarova. More than 5 meters ahead on his 4 feet. Like 5 seconds at the moment, that's Alexa Parker. But with just 25 meters left to go, it will be Misarova who wins heat 4 and clocks the fastest time we've seen so far. Lifetime best from her is a 5:25.6. She's going to be just the wrong side of the 5-minute mark this morning. She goes 5:04.51, takes 20 seconds off her PB. Alexa Parker goes 5:09.8 to finish second, and then third was a bit tight, wasn't it? I think Georgia Parker just got the better of Emily Preston on the final few strokes. This is heat 5. Penultimate heat of the girls, 400 meters freestyle. Abigail Tomlinson of Corby is in lane 1. In fact, it's Corby pretty much the whole way through this heat. Isla Widowson is in lane 2. Isabel Pavlovsky in 3. Martha Blake's in 4, and Ava Sinclair's in 5. Lane 6 is Eleanor Traherne for Hinckley. Lane 7 is Skylar Glendenning of Corby, and lane 8 is Sophie Wright of Hinckley. Isla Winnerson having a fantastic swim over in lane 2. Challenged only really by Abigail Tomlinson up in lane 1, but even then it's by a gap of more than 5 meters. Onto her final 50. Has never gone sub 5 minutes on a 400 free before. She's not going to be far outside. She might even be inside the regional consideration time. Final few strokes. I think she will be. Isla Winnerson smashes the 5-minute mark for the first time. 4:49.34 and goes inside the regional consideration time for those born 2009 and later. Abigail Tomlinson goes 4:56.99. And Martha Blake 5 minutes, 0.71. So 2 swimmers sub 5 minutes. Heat 6 is the fastest heat. Full final heat of Corby swimmers. Faye Ayton-Jones is in lane 1. Ella May Pryor's in 2. Philippa Cutmore in 3. Grace Wingham in lane 4. 5 is Bo Cunningham. 6 is Holly Coleman. 7, Alyssa Giroud. And 8 is Eva Gallagher. This is 300 meters done on this turn. Grace Wingham and Bo Cunningham hardly separated. Less than half a second between them. Creeping towards each other every 2 strokes. Well, that's 25 meters, and Grace Wingham has opened it up a little bit now. It'll be just outside her 4:29 PB, but she goes 4:32.0 this morning to clock the fastest time of the meet. Bo Cunningham goes 4:33.6 to finish just behind, just over a second opened up in the end by Grace, and then Holly Coleman goes a 4:41.50 to finish in the top 3. This is the open male 100 meters breaststroke, heat 1. Ben Chamberlain and Wellingborough is in lane 1. 2 is Alston Motors for Kettering. In 3 it's Colin Hicks of Corby. Lane 4 is Adam Starsky of Corby. Lane 6 is Tyler Deneen of Corby, and lane 8 is Thomas Pickford for Kettering. Well, this looks like it'll be taken on the outside. Thomas Pickford is the eldest competitor in this heat at 14 years old. 2:39.9 his entry time. He'll destroy that. Takes heat 1 in a time to be confirmed. That's what the dashes mean. There we have it, 1:44.4. This is heat 2. Julius Berisha goes in lane 1 for Wellingborough. Antoni Wojciechowski of Rushton's in 2. Nathaniel Walls for Market Harbour in 3. Leonardo Ventura of Market Harbour is in 4. Dylan Lund of Kettering's in lane 5. Ben Austin of Wellingborough's in 6. Oliver Unwin of Market Harbour's in 7. And Elliot Gins of Market Harbour is in lane 8. Again, outside lanes going well. Julius Berisha of Wellingborough in lane 1 leads through the halfway turn.
Going down. Come on, Julius!
Julius Berisha took the wall there in 1:37.9. It's a new lifetime best from him. First time ever underneath 2 minutes on the 100 meters breaststroke from Julius. Leonardo Ventura finishes second. And Oliver Unwin takes the top 3 in Heat 2. This is Heat 3. Harry Dyer goes in lane 1 for Melton Mowbray. Alistair Cross is in 2, and Frederick Wilson in 3. Ewan Thao Corby goes in lane 4. Alex Hughes of Kettering's in 5. Sam Bone of Hinkley in 6. Ethan Yeboah of Nem Valley's in 7, and William Stevenson of Nem Valley's in lane 8. This is a pretty tight race for a third heat. Lane 2, Alistair Cross is just about in the lead, but William Stevenson in lane 8 could be on here. And now coming through the middle is lane 6, that's Samuel Bone. Lane 2, Alistair Cross will hold on, I believe. Yeah, he does take the heat in 1:45.1. Samuel Bone goes 1:47.0 to finish second, and Alex Hughes a 1:48.2. Heat 4. bit young. The Rushton's in lane 1. Dexter Sykes of Corby goes in lane 2. Theo van der Ross of Melson Mowbray's in 3. Leonard Jamarks of Wellingboro's in 5. Toby Wilson, Melson Mowbray in lane 6. Charlie Husbands of Wellingborough is in lane 7. And Hallie Stevens of Corby is in lane 8. Last 5 for Charlie Husbands in lane 7. Looking strong here is the 12-year-old from Wellingborough. 1:43.30 his entry time, goes a 1:32.6. More than 10 seconds faster than he'd expected to go this morning. Leonard Jamarks goes a 1:37.60 to finish in second spot. Heat 5. George Hatwood of Wellingboro's in lane 1. Finley Stevenson of Corby's in lane 2. George Breverston for Wellingboro's in lane 3. Gregory Cross for Melson Mowbray is in 4. 5 is Eris Kostros of Corby. Lane 6 is Ryland Jones for Wellingborough. 7 is Richard Anderson for Wellingborough. And lane 8 is Jacob Pavlician of Wellingborough. This will be a tight finish on the 50 in the boys 100 metres breaststroke. Lane 5 might just get there first. Aris Kostros from Corby. Well, it looked to me like it, yeah, there we go, he was there first. 1:28.87. Nearly lost it on his finish by looking to the left-hand side to see if he'd won. But never mind, he did win. George Hatwood finished in second there, and Finn Stevenson in third. This is Heat 6. Six to the boys, 100 metres breaststroke. It's Matthew Kemp in lane 1 for Wellingborough. Casperson Luca Corby's in 2. Harry Langston of Kettering in 3. Josh Dix from Rushton's in 4. Arthur Unwin of Market Harbour in 5. Aidan Penny of Wellingborough's in lane 6. Jacob Littlewood Market Harbour in lane 7. And Jesanu Abake of Corby goes in lane 8. Aidan Penny leads in lane 6, but pressure coming from lanes 5, 4 and 3 as he comes into his final 5. Penny will be able to hold on. takes heat 6 in 121.33. Arthur Unwin in second, 123.0. And Joshua Dixon third. This is heat 7. Penultimate heat at a men's 100 meters breaststroke. Lawrence Wickens is in lane 1. 3 is Yogi Pateman. Lane 4 is Thomas Gilbert. In 5 is Jack Robertson. 6 is Ryan Doyle. 7 is Oliver Wickens. And 8 is Austin Hunt. Jack Robertson trails Thomas Gilbert through the first turn. Yogi Pateman's in this race here too. Thomas Gilbert and Jack Robertson, both 15 years old, therefore looking for the slower of the two qualifying times for the regional championships. 1:13 would get you a spot. Yogi Pateman, age 17, will need the faster time to qualify, but he'll just try and get his hand on the wall first here. 1:17.31 for Yogi Pateman to take heat 7. Thomas Gilbert finishes second. Jack Robertson in the top 3. Those top 3 separated by only 0.7 of a second. Heat 8 is the fastest heat. Lorenzo Cholan goes in lane 1 for Corby. It's Robert Price and Market Harbour in 2. Sam Brilka for Corby in 3. Amantethi goes in lane 4 for Rushton. Finley Underwood is in lane 5. Sorry, Mark Kamatov's in lane 5 for Kettering. Finley Underwood's in lane 6 for Rushton. Lane 7 is Dylan Bilby for Kettering, and lane 8 is Jacob Sidlock for Corby. Amantethi in a league of his own on this 100 metres breaststroke. Takes the wall in 1:04.74 and wins the heat and the meet overall by 7 meters. Sam Brilka goes 1:11.3 to finish second, and Robert Price rounds off your top 3. Next up is the female 100 meters backstroke. We start with heat 1. Medley goes in lane 3 for Wellingborough. Maisie Fenning and Melton Mowbray's in lane 4. Eliza Groom of Corby's in lane 5. And Lily Raitt of Corby is in lane 6. Eliza Groom of Corby leading just about here. The 10-year-old swimmer had an entry time of 2:04. That is gone. She's going to be underneath 2 minutes for the first time. Eliza Groom takes the wall in a time to be determined. There it is, 1:48.55. Maisie Fenning a 1:54.39. And Esme Lee a 1:56.56. This is heat 2. Grace Maddox is in lane 1 for Rushton. In 2, it's Elsie Bailey for Kettering. Lane 3 is Liberty Lambert for Nen Valley. In 4, it's Esme Smith for Corby. Lane 5 is Zara Upshaw of Wellingborough. Ava Thurston for Corby goes in lane 6. Phoebe Miles of Hinckley's in 7. And Alice Townend of Hinckley is in lane number 8. Ava Thurston, the 14-year-old from Corby, leads at the moment. She is the eldest amongst this heat. Thurston takes the wall in 1:32.19, new lifetime best on the 100 metres backstroke from her. Esme Smith goes a 1:35.5 to finish second, and Liberty Lambert a 1:36.2 puts her in third place. This is heat 3. Florence Box of Hinckley's in lane 1 with Lola Hayward of Hinckley in lane 2. Isabel Hardings of Wellingboro's in 3. Olivia Zavorska goes in lane 4 for Corby. 5 is Lacey Broadway of Kettering. Jessica Kemp of Wellingboro's in lane 6. Isabella Garrett of Rushton's in lane 7, and Cara Harrity of Melton Mowbray is in lane 8. Olivia Zavorska did lead, now under a little bit of pressure from lane 7, but she is still just ahead. The 13-year-old will take the wall first in a 1:33.98. First time racing, 100 metres backstroke, short course, so that is a PB from her. Jess Kemp finishes second. And Isabella Garrett also in the top 3. This is heat 4. Corby in the first 3 lanes, Jocelyn Jordan's in 1, Annie Callahan's in 2, and Alicia Costaros is in 3. Emmy Denigan of Melton Mowbray is in lane 4, Isabel Cicibi of Rushton in 5, Evie Lewis-Coxon and Valley's in 6, Charlotte Townsend of Wellingborough is in lane 7, and Renwood of Corby is in lane 8. Charlotte Townsend looks like she might just get her hand on the wall first at the end of this 4 feet, the female one back. It's a 128.4 without underneath the 130 barrier comfortably. Emmy Denigan finished in second there, 129.8 from her. And Alicia Kostros in the top 3. This is heat 5. Abigail Tomlinson of Corby is in lane 1. Millie Davies of Corby's in 2. Gwen Mackenzie Wilson of Wellingborough in 3. Eleni Williams of Corby in 4. Matilda Johnson of Kettering's in 5. Madeline Watts of Kettering in 6. Meredith Hunt of Melton Mowbray's in 7. And Frankie Lamont of Kettering is in lane number 8. Halfway lead from Eleni Williams. She's out underneath 40 seconds, the only swimmer in the field to drop under 40 at halfway. Eleni's lifetime best on the 100 back is a 1:35. She is going to get under that by more than 10 seconds this morning. 1:21.75, a 14-second PB for Eleni Williams. Meredith Hunt goes a 1:24.44 to finish second. And Abigail Tomlinson a 1:26.3. This is heat 6. Rizak of Kettering's in lane 1, Hannah Beebe of Kettering's in lane 2, Willow Hibbett and Melton Mowbray in 3, Jasmine Dodd of Wellingborough's in 4, Megan James of Wellingborough's in 5, Buglarka Elick of Melton Mowbray is in 6, Minerva Williams of Melton Mowbray in 7, and Emma Chamberlain of Wellingborough is in lane number 8. Jasmine Dodd comfortably in the lead in lane 4 at the moment. Willow Hibbett turns in second place onto the last 25. And Dodd takes the finish there in 1:20.64. finishes in a 1:22.67 to take second place. Megan James in the top three, 125.55 from her. This is heat 7. Evie Folks of Wellingborough is in lane 1, with Ruby Armstrong and Hinckley in 2, Eleanor Green of Keshering's in lane 3, Emily Tanner of Corby's in 4, Emma Affleck of Keshering is in lane 5, 6 is Matilda Bott for Hinckley, lane 7 is Amber Muir for Rushton, lane 8 is Amy Anderson of Corby. Eleanor Green of Keshering has got just 15 metres left to swim. Her lifetime best on 100 metres backstroke is a 1:20.00 from last year. Smashes that this morning, 1:16.87. It's a 3-second PB from Ellie Green of Kettering. Amber Muir goes 1:20.11 to finish second. This is heat 8. Sophia Pavlician is in lane 1 here with Cody Lowe in 2, Jasmine Reynolds in 3, Kennedy McHugh's in 4, Erin Bailey in 5, Hallie McClendon in 6, Edith Cabaret is in lane 7 and Jessica Barrett is in lane number 8. Lane 3 leads so far Jasmine Reynolds of Rushton, 37.0. On her opening 50. Going with her now is Kennedy McHugh of Corby in lane 4. Reynolds turns first, followed by McHugh. Very tight on the finish, but it is Jasmine Reynolds that gets there first. 1:16.9 to Kennedy McHugh's 1:17.2. Jessica Barrett did very well on the outside there in lane 8 to finish in 3rd place. This is heat 9. Riley Webber goes in lane 1 for Corby. Savannah Williams-Brown and Maki Harbour is in 2. Bobby Blowfield of Corby in 3. Jasmine Singh of Hinkley is in lane 4. Lily Cabal of Wellingborough is in 5. Eve Bird and Market Harbour in 6. Katie Pickford of Kettering is in lane 7, and Martha Booker of Wellingborough is in lane 8. Jasmine Singh is only 13 years old. One of the youngest athletes in this heat, not the youngest though, that's Riley Webber in lane 1, who is only 11 and yet in the second fastest heat of the 100 backstroke. Jasmine Singh, it's a good time from her, 1:11.69, 2 seconds faster than she'd entered on. Bobby Blowfield goes 1:13.3 to finish second. And Eve Burden is in the top 3. Heat 10 is the fastest heat. Fastest heat of the women's 100 backstroke is all Corby. Maddie Taylor is in lane 1, Kaya Dawson in lane 2, Alyssa Giroud in 3, 4 is Grace Wingham, 5 Faye Eaton-Jones, 6 is Ella Newton, 7 is Nia Cotton, and 8 is Beth Forever. Grace Wingham looking for her second gold medal of the morning already. Entry time of a 1:04.4. She is expected to be 2 seconds faster than anyone else in this field, and she's going to be right on it as well. 1:05.6 this morning for Grace Wingham. Alyssa Giroud finishes second, 1:09.36. And Faye Eaton-Jones on 1:09.94. 3 swimmers sub 1:10 this morning. This is the boys' 200 meters individual medley, heat 1. complete with Charlie Husband taking it in exactly 3 minutes. That's an easy PB to remember. Gregory Cross finishes second, 3:05.33 for the Nelson Mowbray athlete. This is heat 2. Second heat, the boys 200 medley. George Howard of Wellingborough in lane 1. Oscar Cutmore for Corby's in 2. Jamie Mason for Corby in 3. Jack Twinning of Wellingborough is in 4. Noah Patterson of Corby in 5. Betsy Green, Corby in 6. Ruby Young of Rushton's in lane 7. And Yanis Mantuk of Corby is in lane 8. The freestyle 50 in his 200 medley, and it is Jamie Mason who leads for Corby. Having to work against his teammate Oscar Cutmore on his left-hand side, but it will be Jamie Mason that touches first, 2:52.23 for the 15-year-old from Corby. Oscar Cutmore, the 11-year-old, finishes second, 2:53.72 his finish time. This is heat 3. Eric Butons of Corby is in lane 1. Arthur Unwin of Market Harbour is in 2. Ruben Hickman of Kettering in 3. Cam Hughes of Wellingborough is in lane 4. Joshua Bone of Hinckley's in 5. Dorian Marafko of Corby is in 6. Drew Dallaglio goes in lane 7. And Matthew Kemp of Wellingborough is in lane 8. Drew Dallaglio is in the lead at the moment in lane 7. The 15-year-old from Market Harborough enters on 2:53.3. He's more than 5 meters ahead of the field now. Takes the wall there in 2:35.16. Joshua Bone goes 2:40.68. Both of those solid times. This is heat 4. Ryan Doyle of Kettering goes in lane 1 on heat 4 of the men's 200 medley. It's Wojciech Valak of Corby in 2. George Yeomans of Rushton's in 3. Robert Price of Market Harbour in 4. Yogi Pateman of Wellingborough in 5. Joshua Dix of Rushton in 6. Aaron Mountford of Wellingborough is in lane 7. And Aidan Penny of Wellingborough is in lane 8. Well, Robert Price has never gone under a 2:30 before on a 200 medley. He'll be close here, although being pushed by Wojciech Walek on the final few meters. It's a 2:28.78. Price's first time ever underneath 2:30 on a 200 medley. Wojciech Walek goes 2:30.15, so he's only 15/100ths outside of the 2:30 mark. This is heat 5. Dylan Beelby of Kettering is in lane 1. Aryan Nath of Corby's in 2. Sam Brilka of Corby in 3. Aman Tethi of Rushton's in 5. Tyler Hollyman of Corby's in 6. Danny Doyle of Kettering's in lane 7. And Daniel Mastata of Corby is in lane 8. Tyler Hollyman has led through the first 100 meters of this 200 medley. Expect him to be caught now by Aman Tethi on the breaststroke. Tethi just won the 100 meters breaststroke already this morning. Although Hollyman improving his breaststroke technique. I'm not sure we describe him as a breaststroker just yet. Now he's got a lot of work to do on the freestyle to try and get anywhere near Tethi, who himself has a very strong freestyle. Tethi stops the clock in 2:11.2 this morning to clock the fastest time in the 200 medley by quite some way. Tyler Hollyman, in the end, was 4 seconds behind. All of that lost on the breaststroke 50. And Sam Brilka goes 2:15.82 to finish in the top 3. This is the girls' 200 meters breaststroke, heat 1. First heat, the girls 200 breaststroke. Eliza Groom of Corby's in lane 2. Grace Bromelo of Market Harbour is in 3. Maisie May Nelson of Malcolm Mowbray is in lane 4. Ottilie Nelson of Malcolm Mowbray is in 5. Olivia Stigwood of Rushton's in lane 6. And Jessica Blencorn of Wellingborough is in lane 7. Ten meters left to go now for our race winner on heat 1. It's going to be Olivia Stigwood. Never raced the 200 breast in the short course pool before, so whatever we go here is a PB, but her long course time before this was a 4:30. So she's gone around about the 4:05 mark, which is a fantastic effort. 4:04.91 this morning from Olivia Stigwood. 30 seconds faster or so than she's ever gone on 200 breast before, and that was in the long course pool. Grace Bomelo goes 4:15.80 to finish in second, and Eliza Groom's also through, 4:20.63 for the Corby swimmer. This is heat 2. Emily Blencorn of Wellingborough goes in lane 1 on heat 2 of the girls 200 breaststroke. It's Holly Glassford of Melson Mowbray in 2. 3 is Phoebe Miles of Hinckley. Florence Bott of Hinckley goes in lane 4. Olivia Zavorska of Corby's in 5. Freya Trilk of Rushton is in 6. Zara Upshaw for Wellingborough is in lane 7. And Isabel Brennan of Kettering is in lane 8. Holly Glassford in lane 2 leads by a good margin. Has never gone underneath 4 minutes before on a 200 breaststroke. We'll be looking to challenge that here when a 4:06 at the long course meet here at Corby in March. Lifetime best on the short course 200 breast is 4 minutes, pretty much bang on. She'll be way under that here though. It's going to be 20 seconds or so faster than her previous best time. Holly Glassford finishes in 3:38.67. First time underneath 4 minutes and breaks it by 22 seconds. Oh, to be 12 years old and able to do a 20-second PB like it's nothing. Isabel Brennan goes 3:49.48 to finish second, and Olivia Zavorska a 3:52.26 puts her in third place on Heat 2. This is Heat 3. We're halfway through this third heat of the girls 200 breaststroke. Lacey Broadway's in 1, Jocelyn Jordan's in 2, Jess Kemp's in 3, Esme Smith's in 4, Elizabeth Kerris in 5, Alice Baldwin's in 6, and Macy Legg is in lane 7. A pretty even heat with Lacey Broadway up in lane 1 and Alice Baldwin in lane 6, the two leaders. Broadway is 12 years old and Baldwin is 11. This is the 150 meter turn, so 50 left to swim after this. Well, Lacey Broadway took the win there for Kettering, 3:37.41. Ahead of Alice Baldwin, who went 3:37.44, only 3/100ths on the finish in the end. This is heat 4. This is the 4 feet in the girls' 200 breaststroke. Josie Traherne's in lane 1 for Hinckley. Cora Thal with Corby's in 2. Sarah Maria Kaya, Corby in 3. Addison Hicks of Corby's in 4. Uma Stevenson of Market Harbour's in 5. Ella Fairburn of Kettering's in 6. Mara Rizek of Kettering is in lane 7. And Jasmine Dodds of Wellingborough is in lane 8. Addison Hicks takes heat 4, the girls' 200 breaststroke, by more than 5 meters. 3:17.99 is her finish time. Her previous best was a 3:46.5, so to go a 3:17 to win heat 4 is a PB of more than 20 seconds. This is heat 5. We are live streaming, by the way, today. All the races will be available and are available live on the Corby Swimming Club YouTube channel. So just head to YouTube, search for Corby Swimming Club, and you'll be able to access all of the racing from across the weekend live, but also on replay. So when you get home tonight, if you want to watch the races back, in theory, you'll be able to catch them all there. And if you want the results from tonight, from tonight, really pushing myself into the future, then corbyswimmingclub.org.uk, Corby's website. You want to scroll down just a little bit to live gala results on the homepage. Click there, and then you'll have access to all of the results from across this weekend. Leah Beatson goes in lane 1 for Wellingborough here. Madeline Watts of Kettering's in 2. Isabel Tanner of Corby's in 3. Nika Bahrova of Corby is in 4. Ruby Armstrong of Hinckley in 5. Cody Lowe of Corby in 6. Olivia Hajo of Corby is in lane 7. And Millie Day of Rushton is in lane 8. Leah Beatson going very well at the moment in lane 1. Needs to hold off both lanes 4 and 6 if she wants to take this heat. She does take the flags just ahead of both of those swimmers, but may be pipped into the wall here by lane 6. It is just Cody Lowe who finishes first, 3:16.64. But Leah Beatson, a 3:16.9. Again, we're looking at a 20-second PB there. This is heat 6. Well, Ruby Cummins is swimming very well indeed here. The Wellingborough swimmer has never swum a 200 breast underneath 3 minutes. In fact, her best time is a 3:07. Turns there in 2:38. Every chance she's going to dip underneath the 3 minute mark if she can really push this last 25. So far out in front of the rest of the field. I think it will be just the wrong side of the 3 minute mark, but it's going to be a big PB for Ruby Cummins of Wellingborough. 3:02.90. That's a 5-second lifetime best. Eleni Williams finishes second. 3:10.8 for the Corby swimmer. And Amber Muir is in the top three as well. 3:12.11 for the 11-year-old from Rushden. Heat 7. The penultimate heat of the girls' 200 metres breaststroke. Isabel Pavlovsky of Corby is in lane 1. Jessica Barrett of Kettering's in 2. Philippa Cutmore of Corby in 3. Saxon Swan of Corby's in 4. Kennedy McHugh of Corby is in 5. Chloe Perkins of Kettering's in 6. Georgia Parker of Corby in 7. And Matilda Bott of Hinckley is in lane 8. Philippa Cutmore is definitely going to win this heat of the girls' 200 metres breaststroke. Her PB currently is a 3:21.4. Well, we can forget about that because she's going to be knocking on the door of sub 3 minutes. In fact, she might be underneath it. Here comes Philippa Cutmore. She goes 3:58.33. First time ever underneath 3 minutes. That is a PB of 23 seconds. This is heat 8. Ivy Brown goes in lane 1 for Melton Mowbray. Beth Rebben of Corby's in 2. Alice Wallinger of Wellingboro's in 3. Charlotte Byron of Melton Mowbray's in 4. Alexa Parker for Corby in 5. Charlotte Jarman for Rushton is in lane 6. 7 is Evelyn Copper for Corby, and 8 is Eleanor Traherne for Hinckley. Alice Wallinger clearly on form this morning. Her PB on the 200 breaststroke is a 250. That's not been touched since July of 24. Well, it's going to be touched now. 246.55 and a 4-second lifetime best for Alice Wallinger of Wellingborough to take the fastest heat at the girls' 200 breaststroke. Beth Rebben finishes second, 251.39. It's a cracking swim from her as well. Charlotte Jarman rounds off the top 3. This is the boys' 200 metres butterfly, heat 1. Spencer Cross goes in lane 1 for Melton Mowbray. Noah Redwood Moore of Melton Mowbray's in 2. Eric Butons of Corby in 3. Curtis Minnie of Kettering's in 4. Daniel Mastata of Corby in 5. Oscar Pavlovsky of Corby's in 6. And George Breverston of Wellingborough is in lane 7. Well, already Curtis Minnie is coming into his final few strokes. This is the last 10 metres for the Kettering swimmer. He'll be outside PB pace this morning, but he stops the clock on 2:19.85 to win by, well, more than 25 meters, more than 30 meters. Here come the second and third place swimmers. Daniel Mastata in 5, Eric Buten's in 3. They'll pretty much take the wall together. It was Buten's first, 2:54.8 to Mastata's 2:55.0. Spencer Cross in lane 1 has only got a few more strokes left to go. Just 10 years old is this guy. 200 fly is probably the hardest event on the program. Give him a big round of applause as he comes into the last 5 meters. This is the girls' 50 meters freestyle, heat 1. Girls 50 meters freestyle is away. 19 heats of this event. Heber Jared is in lane 1 for Rushton. Edie Nelson of Corby's in 2. Layla Denton and Valley in 3. Imogen Palmer of Rushton goes in lane 4. Nell Somerville of Market Harbour's in 5. Amelia Harris of Rushton in 6. Phoebe Putterfoot of Rushton in 7. And Myla Mays of Rushton is in lane 8. Lane 3 takes heat 1. That is Layla Denton in 42.96. This is heat 2. Jessica Blencorn goes in lane 1 with Anna Kukuranu in 2. Maisie Fennings in 3. Hattie Doyle in 4. Sophia Williams in 5. Maya Winasuska goes in lane 6. Maisie May Nelson in 7. And Maisie Tosland is in lane 8. 19.45 for Winneviska to turn in first place in lane 6. But lane 2's looking good here. Anna Kukuranu may get on the wall first on this second heat. It is Kukuranu, 43.09 her finish time, a full second ahead of Winneviska. Heat 3. Florence Moore's in lane 1, with Tilly Nelson in 2, Lily Rates in 3, Megan Colby in 4, Ronnie Lamont in 5, Francesca Horn is in 6, Ruby Lear is in 7, and Lily Muir is in lane 8. Well, that race is over, and yet the result not yet clear. Looks like Colby was first. Yeah. Megan Colby, 43.53. And then Florence Moore, 43.59. So only 6 100ths between first and second place in Heat 3. This is Heat 4. Ella Legg goes in lane 1. Puzzlo Sifiani is in lane 2. Kira Bunsen 3. Sophia Chilega's in 4. Esme Lee's in 5. Phoebe Miles in 6. Georgina Hodges in 7. And Ellie Hill in lane 8. It is lane 2 on the wall first by some way. 37.77 for the Kettering athlete. Down from a 46.9 entry time. These swimmers never fail to amaze me, knocking 10 seconds and change off their entry times. This is Heat 5. Emma Chirilla is in lane 1 for Kettering. Alice Townend of Hinckley's in 2. Danielle Monday of Rushton in 3. Grace Maddox of Rushton is in 4. Emily Blenkhorn of Wellingborough is in 5. Sophie Emma Risdale of Rushton in 6. Zosia Holt of Rushton in 7. And Lois Rudkin of Melton Mowbray is in lane 8. Lane 1 going very well here. That's Chillera of Kettering. Fastest time we've seen so far is a 37. Well, it's now going to be, well, 36, there we go. 36.06 for Emma Chillera. Second is Zosia Holt. This is Heat 6. Florence Bott goes in lane 1, Rosie Brooker is in 2, Alice Baldwin in 3, Charlotte Townsend in 4, Holly Glassford in 5, Elsie Bailey in 6, Lola Hayward in 7, and Kaylin Pryor is in lane 8. Rosie Brooker leads through the first 25, 17.43. Only one other athlete in the 18-second range. Will be Brooker in lane 2 that gets on the wall first, only by a stroke or so. 36.78 for Rosie Brooker. It's the second fastest time we've seen so far. The previous heat was ever so slightly quicker. Holly Glassford goes 37.60 to finish second. Heat 7. Macy Lake goes in lane 1. In 2, it's Olivia Mitchell. 3 is Ella Hurren. 4, Alicia Kostros. In 5, it's Lucy Donnelly. 6 is Zara Upshaw. 7 is Isabella Garrett. And 8 is Ovi Bokil. Lane 7 seems to have the best hand here. Isabella Garrett of Rushden takes the wall in 36.87. Again, we've not seen a 36 low that we saw now 2 heats ago. Alicia Kostros finishes second, 37.36. This is Heat 8. Lacey Broadway is in lane 1, Gwen Mackenzie Wilson in 2, Esme Smith is in 3, Liberty Lambert in 4, Addison Hicks in 5, Isabel Brennan in 6, Cara Harity in 7, and Isabella Hardings is in lane 8. Again, lane 7 going well. This is Cara Harity. Harity does take the wall first, 36.56 for the Melton swimmer. Second is Addison Hicks. And Isabel Benham of Kettering in the top 3. This is Heat 9. Eleni Williams touches in first place on that 9th heat. 33.95 for the Corby swimmer to take first place. This is heat 10. Isabel Sasibi's in lane 1, 2 is Ella Fairburn. In 3, it's Jessica Kemp. Plago Gianni goes in lane 4. Emma Chamberlain's in 5. Matilda Johnson in 6. Willow Lira in 7. And Emmy Denigan is in lane 8. Lane 4 clearly in the lead at the moment. This is Placo Gianni. And she takes the wall in 33.04. A notable step up now. Matilda Johnson finishes second in 33.5. This is heat 11. Willow Hibbett's in lane 1. In 2, it's Victoria Komorowska. In 3, Charlotte Redding. Lane 4 is Ruby Armstrong. Frankie Lamont goes in lane 5. Olive Copper's in 6. Amber Mears in 7. And Iris Somerville's in lane 8. Somerville in lane 8, going well on the outside. Lane 5's also in there. That's Frankie Lamont. It's Olive Copper, though, that gets the touch in 33.19. She's just ahead of Frankie Lamont, who touches second. This is heat 12. Chloe Perkins is in lane 1, Meredith Hunt's in 2, Abigail Tomlinson in 3, Sophia Pavlician is in 4, Vanessa Major in 5, Madeline Watts in 6, 7 is Hannah Beebe, and 8 is Amelie Tanner. Lane 2's going to get this one just about. Meredith Hunt goes 32.29. Now we're through 33 seconds. Vanessa Major at 32.86. So the top two swimmers both break 33. This is heat 13. Emma Affleck's in lane 1, Mara Rizik's in 2, Georgina Beebe's in lane 3, Isabel Hollyman's in 4, Evelyn Copper's in 5, Cody Lowe's in 6, Sophia Isles in 7, and Olivia Hajo is in lane 8. Well, picking a winner here is a little tricky, difficult. I tried to go for both at the same time. Sophia Isle might get there first, not quite though. In the end, Georgina Beebe appeared to touch in first place. It was Sophia Isle second, so 32.26 for Beebe and 32.41 for Isle. Kettering first and second. This is heat 14. Buglark Elick is in lane 1. Lucy Bolton's in 3. Erin Bailey in 4. Katie Pickford in 5. Isabel Tanner in 6. Amy Anderson in 7. And Everly Favia in lane 8. It was Everly Favia and Lucy Bolton of top 2 into the first 25 metres. Bolton will get the wall first. 31.15 as we edge nearer to the sub-30 mark. Isabel Tanner goes 31.84 to finish second. This is heat 15. Hattie McClinden's in lane 1, Matilda Botts in 2, Nika Barova in 3, Ava Sinclair's in 4, Eleanor Burstall's in 5, Jasmine Singh is in 6, 7 is Maya Glassford, and 8 is Saxon Swamp. Lane 7, maybe just fractions ahead, being chased down though by lane 6. It's Glassford in 7 and Singh in 6. First on the wall was Singh, 31.18 to 31.3 from Glassford. This is heat 16. Jasmine Reynolds is in lane 1, Riley Webber's in 2, Eleanor Green in 3, Lily Cavall in 4, Beth Rebben in 5, Kennedy McHugh is in 6, Savannah Williams-Brown is in 7, and 8 is Emily Preston. 14.7 for Beth Rebben to go out fastest to 25, and she'll stop the clock first, and she's the first woman we've seen underneath 30 seconds. 29.87 for Beth Rebben. Emily Preston finishes second, and Lily Cavall in third. Heat 17. Evie Young's in lane 1, Naya Costin's in 2, Milana Mitrova is in 3, Sophie Brutnell's in 4, Scarlett Glendenning in 5, Charlotte Sharman in 6, Imogen Berger in 7, and Kaya Dawson is in lane 8. And from one person going 14 point in the previous heat, almost everyone went 14 point in this heat. Lane 3 will get on the wall first. It is Mizarova in 29.48. 2 swimmers under 30. Brutnell also drops underneath the 30-second barrier. This is heat 18. Sophie Wright's in lane 1, Alyssa Giroud's in 2, Maddie Taylor in 3, Ivy Barron in 4, Bo Cunningham in 5, Marcy Blackford in 6, Poppy Blowfield in 7, and Martha Blake in lane 8. To make a regional consideration time on a 50 freestyle, those aged 16 and under need to go at 28.8. Those aged 17 and over need to go at 28.5. We may have some of those here. 28.9 for Maddie Taylor of Corby. So that's the first swim we've seen underneath 29 seconds. 29.5 for Martha Blake and 29.6 for Poppy Blowfield. Heat 19 is the fastest heat. Eve Burden's in lane 1, Charlotte Byron's in 2, Faye Ayton-Jones in 3, Grace Wingham in 4, Holly Coleman in 5, Alice Ball in 6, Ella Newton in 7, and Chloe Powell in lane 8. Well, Grace Wingham will be looking to defend the 53 here if she can. Going to be pushed by either side, though. She will get there first, 27.50. Alice Ball goes 27.85, 28 flat for Faye Ayton-Jones, Holly Coleman 28.19. So the top 4 there are all inside the regional consideration time. This is the boys' 50 minutes backstroke, heat 1. Eleven heats to the boys' 50 minutes backstroke. Enzo Fraterigo goes in lane 3. Oliver Matuszewski is in lane 4. And Muriva Mufukare goes in lane 5. Last 5 here for lane 3. It will be Enzo who finishes in first place. The 10-year-old swimmer goes 55.80. Well, he'd entered on a 1:15.9, so that's 20 seconds improvement on his entry time already. This is heat 2. Rory Hankins is in lane 1. Alston Moses in 2. Bo Fisher in 3. Sidney Jones in 4. Jack Langston in 5. Benjamin Chamberlain's in 6. Dylan Lund's in 7. And Samuel Dix is in lane 8. Lane 7, way out here. This is Dylan Lund, only 9 years old from Kettering. The 9-year-old finishes in 48.19. Bo Fisher finishes second, 52.53. And half a second back then was Ashton Moses. This is heat 3. Nathaniel Wolves goes in lane 1. In 2, Leonardo Ventura. In 3, Thomas Pickford. Lane 4 is Sebastian Mills. Lane 5 is Owen Pantos. In 6, it's Colin Hicks. Thomas Pickford in lane 3 is just ahead here, losing a little bit of ground to Sebastian Mills and Owen Pantos, but won't get there behind them. Pickford touches first in 43.20. Owen Pantos in 45.32. This is heat 4. William Pratt's in lane 1. Antoni Wojciechowski goes in lane 2. Benji Daloglio is in 3. Ethan Yeboah in 4. Daniel Feely in 5. Harry Dyer in 6. Lachlan Cooks in 7. And Ben Austin is in lane 8. Daniel Feely, aged 13 from Corby. Entry time of 49.0. Well, he's clearly going to win the heat by more than a body length. Feely takes the wall in 40.96. That is almost 9 seconds faster than the time he'd entered on. Daloglio finishes in 2nd place. This is heat 5. Ewan Thow's in lane 1. In 2, it is Albert Chirla. In 3, Adam Starsky. Lane 5 is William Stevenson. In 7, it's Hallie Stevens. And in lane 8, it's Aaron Doyle. Chirla will touch in 1st place. 37.59 for him. And William Stevenson of 43.06 to finish 2nd. Heat 6. Alexander Hughes goes in lane 1. In 2, it's Oliver Norris. Lane 3 is Miles Burgess. Lane 4 is Julius Berisha. In 5, it's Oliver Unwin. Lane 6 is Samuel Bone. Lane 7 is Noah Redwood Moore. And lane 8 is Jacob Pavlichin. Burgess in lane 3 turned first at the 25-meter mark. Now bringing Julius Berisha alongside him. It is Burgess who touches first, 39.82, 40.09 for Julius Berisha to finish 2nd. Heat 7. Heat 7 of 11 of the boys, 50 meters backstroke. Rupert Young is in lane 1, Oscar Cutmore's in 2, George Brotherson in 3, Charlie Husbands in 4, George Hatwood's in 5, Finley Stevenson in 6, Linard Jamarks in 7, and Toby Wilson in lane 8. Lane 5, George Hatwood going well at the moment. A 13-year-old enters on 38.1. He'll finish more than a body length clear. Hatwood touches first in 36.61. Second there was Finley Stevenson in 39.2. And Oscar Cutmore a 39.25. So only 2 100ths between Finley Stevenson and Oscar Cutmore. This is heat 8. Jack Monday's in lane 1, Cam Hughes in 2, Percy Green in 3, Oscar Gibson in 4, Harry Langston in 5, Matthew Kemp in 6, Jenna Suif Abakay in 7, and Oscar Pavlovsky is in lane 8. Harry Langston was out in 16 point and will touch first at 50 as well. Langston goes 33.60. Oscar Gibson a 35.0. And Matthew Kemp, 35.51. Heat 9, heat 10, heat 11, come on. I said heat 9, heat 10, heat 11, come on. This is heat 9. Ruben Hickman's in lane 1, Wojciech Valek's in 2, Liam Lovett's in 3, Aidan Penny in 4, Ollie Dovey in 5, Alexandru Irina in 6, Drew Dalloglio goes in lane 7, and Noah Patterson is in lane 8. 2 15-point turns with both Ollie Dovey and Alexandru Irina turning in 15 point. They will be first and second in. Lane 5 got there first, Dovey in 31.29, half a second ahead of Alexandru Irina. Wojciech Valek touched in third place. This is heat 10. Aaron Mumford's in lane 1, Josh Bone in 2, William Burdock's in 3, Connor Allen in 4, Jack Robertson in 5, Clay Tuffley Steele is in 6, Robert Price is in 7, and Yogi Payman is in lane 8. Connor Allen is out in 14.66, but Will Burdock took the wall in 14.58, a tenth between them at 25 meters. Allen building into the wall, and it will be Allen who touches first, 29.39. Burdock 29.64. And Jack Robertson at 30.5. This is Heat 11. Fastest heat of the boys, 50 meters backstroke. No lanes 3 and 4 here. So Sam Brilker's in 1, Daniel Doyle's in 2, 5 is Tyler Hollyman, 6 is Finley Dare, 7 Lorenzo Cholin, and 8 is Finley Underwood. Hollyman in the lead, out in 13.5. And it's Hollyman who touches first, 26.88 on the wall. Finley Dare goes 27.26. And Daniel Doyle at 28.71. Well, that is that for session 1 of the Corby Short Course Open Meet 2025. We will be back for more. Racing gets underway from 2 o'clock this afternoon. Warm up from 1. Officials and volunteers, lunch will be upstairs for you in the gym studio. To everybody else, thanks for a great first session, and we will see you back here in an hour or so.